following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? I am super duper excited to be here with all you guys. It's been a long time since I've been live, and I've missed you guys so much. My lights changed. That's kind of cool. Every time I talk, every syllable, I guess, is a change. Anyway. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. It's Friday, my favorite night of the week, followed closely by Saturday morning with coffee and gaming. Anyway, joining me as always, my left-hand man, the author, David Applegate.
Hey, friends and fans, welcome back. Yay! Woo!
Yay! Joining as always is the Dr. Coffinail.
Good evening, and I'd like to point out your lights are alive, but it is not life as we know it.
Yay! Last but not least, he's a knight. He's the anime knight.
Greetings, everybody. Hope all you are having a good Friday. Lots to talk about and everything in between.
Oh my God! Turn off the light.
Look at the. So,
wow.
Man, it's been a hot minute.
You must be in another time zone than I am.
Why?
Oh, Anime Night must be in another time zone because the light coming through there.
Oh yeah, he's in that one area of the world.
Gotcha.
That had an issue with their governor.
Okay.
That made like national news.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, 74,000 missing ballots.
Yeah, the first state to call for Joe Biden.
Yeah. Despite the fact we all got despite they're like, oh, the boxes are broken, the machines are broken, but we're gonna manually count it.
Yeah, and despite all the court cases and arrests, they go, oh, let's move on. Yeah. I bet they wouldn't be saying that if it was a Republican, right?
No, probably not.
Probably
Man,
not.
I'm so sad that we didn't get to go live last week. It was so weird. Dude, it was a moment that, like, the second that it happened, like when I realized what was going down, I was like, oh, all hands on station. If you paid attention to our group chat, the very second I learned about it was that morning about 9-10 o'clock in the morning a.m. And I just immediately put on there, no podcast tonight. We had some serious stuff going down, but yeah.
Go away for a holiday and the world collapses.
Going live. But I did make one video and I thought it was hilarious. It was only like a couple seconds long, but man, was it funny. Let's see, I'm sharing out the link because I've been chasing down chickens for the last few minutes, so bear with me. I'm trying to share out stuff. I got over on the Podcasting Dead Pet YouTube channel and posted on their community tab that we're live. So hopefully that'll pick up a little bit. Let's see.
You had crazy numbers about 2 or 3 weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was awesome.
That was wild.
We talked a lot about Nick Ricada. I think that was like a big thing.
He was the hot topic.
Yeah, he was. He was trending for like 2 or 3 days. Let's see.
Apparently, it's an intervention, and since then, it's been silence.
Good. He really should have done that because I just, that dude, like, he's in some trouble, and he really needs to, like, chill out.
And he keeps streaming, and he won't shut up, and it's not going to help his case at all. It's like,
yeah,
he's a lawyer; he should know that. It's like you don't keep talking about it.
Yeah,
well, he's representing himself. That's what's crazy.
That makes me wonder about his mental state right there.
Well, when apparently the amount of drugs that he's been using is involved, that's probably why.
Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, he was on, but anyway, I don't want to turn it into that unless you want to, but
I mean, I don't care. I was gonna talk about what happened last week for me. Why we didn't have a live stream.
Why didn't we have a live stream last week?
Right. So I went to the beach, and it was kind of a snafu. It was an accident. My mother-in-law used her timeshare to book the reservations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we having a grand old time, and Friday morning, while I was just we were getting ready to go to the beach, we started noticing housekeeping staff coming up and like knocking on our door and like not knocking on the door, but they were like dropping off stuff. And the second time they showed up, we were like, this is a little weird. Let's get some paperwork together and see what, like, did we miss something? Like, what happened? And we realized that we booked it Saturday to Friday.
Oh, jeez.
We thought we had one more day, and like we were like hanging out. So my wife and my mother-in-law got in on the office. Beechwood Resorts in North Carolina, to be exact. Beechwood Resorts, Nags Head, North Carolina. They treated us like second-class citizen because the timeshare that we had was not with them. It was with a company called RCI. RCI has usually been really good.
Oh boy!
But Beechwood Resorts in Outer Banks, North Carolina, sat there and treated my mother-in-law like she was a second-class citizen because it was an accident. And they're like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do if you don't get out of here by 11," which was, I think, 54 minutes at that point.
For crying out loud!
That they were going to charge us for a whole nother day, but we still had to be out of there because they had somebody else coming later that day.
Oh boy!
That's what they do with timeshares. Yeah.
They hightailed it back to the room. We started putting all of our stuff together. We managed to get out as we were doing a final. Like my mom was going up the steps to a final sweep. It hit 11 o'clock. The locks changed, and we couldn't get back in to do a final sweep of the place.
Wow!
So we managed to get everybody completely packed in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was a rough day. And see, I had brought all my stuff to do a live stream down there because I knew, like every time we do every time I go on vacation, I bring my laptop and we do a podcast. I'm usually gone on a Friday night. I usually let Lape, which Lape is visiting with family tonight. He may show up late, might not. I'm not sure, but yeah. So we were a mad dash.
That's a stressful situation there. That's high stress.
It was crazy. And we had a day planned, so what we did was we packed up, we got everything situated, and then we checked out and just hung out there for the day. Went onto the beach and did what we were going to do and stuff. And it was definitely a day, but that's why we were not
so you thought you had an extra day. Turns out you didn't have an extra day. You found out with 54 minutes to spare, basically.
Yes.
That stinks.
But, in all fairness, that's what timeshares do. If you book till Friday, they give themselves that cleaning time and book somebody else right after.
Yeah, you got to be out of there by like 11 o'clock on the Friday. See, now, but we told them we wanted Saturday to Saturday, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well we have the 1st through the 7th, and 1 through 7 sounds like 7 days, right?"
Mm-hmm.
No,
not inclusive. Yeah, it's noon to noon. Yeah.
Well, no, it's still like the 1st through the 7th would have been 6 days.
Yeah.
So
it's not inclusive. Yeah, because it's noon to noon. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't think in normal time.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Night.
So, yeah, moral of the story is make sure you check
read the fine print, I guess.
Read the fine print. Well, normally when we do it, we have no problem. We told them what we wanted, and they had a day, and it just sounded like it was going to fit the schedule, and it didn't. So That's all. I mean, it just, it's one thing, one of them things that kind of happened. So it was definitely crazy. But I'm back. We're here. By the time, so we came back on a Friday, and we did not do coffee and gaming because I was so wore out from driving.
I bet. Yeah. So
we didn't get home till midnight.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I wanted to go live so bad, but
the mind was willing, but the body said, "Hell no."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was rough, dude. It was a long drive.
Probably rebooting.
Do what?
Anime Night dropped out. He froze up.
Oh no. Anime Night froze up.
Yeah, here he comes back.
Okay.
Yeah. Told you. Just
news. Hashtag trending.
The governor heard that. He got
the governor got to him.
They don't take
so,
that lightly.
Other features.
Yeah. So, I made a video the other night that that was kind of funny, and on Rumble it got some pretty decent views. On YouTube it got, let's see how many views it got on YouTube. Probably nothing, because that's what YouTube usually does. Is they don't give you anything. Let's see if I can find. Where are you? Videos. Right there. Oh, it's got 870 views. I gained 4 subscribers. It was 57 seconds. But apparently, and this is old news, but since we didn't go live last week, we'll cover it. Joe Biden pooped his pants at the D-Day Memorial.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I saw that. I put out the meme. He saw Joe Biden do the gosh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of funny.
Have you seen the one where it has him, where it's got Biden and then it's got the toddler in the same position?
No.
Pooping his pants. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
No.
Tony altered that meme and put LMP's face on it. But yeah, I saw the altered and unaltered versions of that. But
let's see.
Yeah, I put out the meme and people were like, "No, this is fake." I said, "No, here's the link."
I got some really good some footage. It's exclusive footage that you guys should probably check out.
Here we go. See, that's what I shared out. Here we come.
Oh, jeez.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lord.
Oh, boy.
A few moments later.
I think it's hysterical. Emmanuel Macron's left to like shake people's hands and thank the U.S. troops for their service, and while our commander-in-chief, our former
leader of the free world, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and he's being led by his
caretaker.
By his caretaker, by his caretaker. That ain't a wife. That's a caretaker.
Yeah. You mean handler?
Yeah. Well,
I wonder how often she gets screamed at every time Biden does a blunder. I bet the screaming matches behind the scenes are legendary.
Oh, probably.
Given the staff turnover of both Biden and Harris, it's amazing. We haven't got the headlines. Turmoil.
Well, every time someone quit Trump staff, it was like the worst thing ever, and
but they've had one a week. Trump had one a month,
right?
And actually, Trump had less people quit than the Clintons,
right? But they made a bigger deal out of every person that quit.
They never made a deal about the people who quit Clinton.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people. I'm sure everyone. There's a large number of people that quit that job. It's probably a very stressful job to deal with that.
Not only that, well, under the Clintons, there was also the sexual harassment.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, and having like coke powder thrown at your face, like walking in and on that shit.
That was Kamala. She had a face full of powder. That was Kamala's powder, by the way, in the White House. That's why nothing happened. It wasn't Hunter. Hunter dropped it off for her. Hunter's been dealing to White House staff. Yeah.
Dealer to the stars.
Oh,
I
that's
bet you the Secret Service is like, we miss Trump. Where the fuck is our actual president?
You know,
where's our actual
so
president?
Speaking of where is he? Did you guys see that David shared with me a video this morning from the what's that guy's PRB, whatever. I can't remember his name now. But he was talking about masks, and the CIA has a person that designs like masks and doing things.
Okay.
Do you let me see if I'm trying to pull the video up real quick. It's loading.
What kind of masks are you talking about? Like medical masks?
No, like masks do.
No.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about now.
You know Mission Impossible?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
These are like, you see the movie, right? And they see the movie where they make the mask. They accidentally let out that they used the real machine.
They really have a machine like that?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Laser printed masks. Yep.
That's crazy.
If you can do a 3D printing of like a toy or whatever, imagine what the government is doing. I mean, just imagine.
Remember, the guy who invented the 3D printer did so in 1958.
So the clip that I found, that David found, it's from the Patrick Bet David, whatever podcast. It's actually, the link is from Valuetainment, which is a different channel. Yes. I'm actually going to share that with the private chat, put that in there for you guys to check out later at your leisure. It's very interesting, actually. It's like 20 minutes, 22 minutes. And they discuss like having body doubles, pretty much. Discussing using that mannerisms, different conversations with the former vice president over the last very short time period, and seeing how much difference there are cognitively, and how that they've got to be using body doubles, because one of Joe Biden's that talks is not like the other Joe Biden that talks, and it's just very like, whoa, what's the deal? But I just thought that was interesting. Like, if they are making masks like in Mission Impossible, that's scary.
Yeah, well, not just masks. There's the thing called the Molly suit, right? It's short for the material they use to make them. They're not latex. China sells to, these high-end cosplayers, anime night.
I was muted and nobody heard what I said, Roy.
They're selling suits.
Hold that thought. We'll come back to you.
Cosplayers of different characters. I was trying to find the link, but the site's unavailable. So
while you're looking for that, Dr. Coffin, I was telling me what you were.
I was just saying. I forgot I muted myself because I opened up that tab and I didn't want it screaming through. But yeah, I've seen the image and the thumbnail of that video. I've seen that. It does look extremely suspect around and I mean, you'd have to get somebody with the same shaped head and the approximate height. But as long as you did that, I mean, unless they're right up close to you, and even then, I mean, you might not be able to tell.
According to this CIA person, that they are designing these masks and appearance pieces. I don't know if that's the right word to call. I guess it would be more of like a prosthetics, like skin pieces and whatnot to make you look like somebody else. Probably stuff to adjust your voice and vocal cord and vocal pattern. Probably They say that they're making this stuff to where you can have a close encounter with someone and never know the difference. An extended, I think what they said was an extended period of time with a close encounter and not know the difference. That's creepy.
I
That's
could
terrifying.
be I could be a clone right now. I could be a body
Could
double
be.
right now.
He's deep state clone. He's trying to make sure that we're.
Haven't they worked on? Haven't they worked on something like that for people that have had horrible, burned in accidents and stuff? I mean, don't they have stuff for that similar to that? I mean,
so. Probably.
But it's like, it's the cheap ass kind, like bargain basement kind. What they give you, like you have to be rich to get like the actual prosthetics or. But then again, it depends on the place. It depends. But from those places I've seen, they don't even do a good job of it. Like you can actually see it crumble in real time, and it sucks. But yeah, I do agree though. Looking at that thumbnail right now on my second screen, I'm convinced. I mean,
there's something weird going on.
Look at Michelle. Tell me that Michelle Obama ain't a body double too.
She has a body double. That's been confirmed because she was in DC, and she was at the DC event while
my hands are just
DC event while Michelle was actually in Zara shopping in Spain. They actually showed there's no way she could have been an hour later in Spain.
Michael Obama has a penis.
Yeah, we've seen the photos.
Well, sure.
Brittany Griner has a penis. How the hell did her wife get pregnant? How the hell did her wife get pregnant? How? I ask you. I'm looking at that, and I bet you right now, 98% of the WNBA are probably like really kicking in the chairs, and the doors, and the lockers, and everything in frustration. How?
How dare you?
Link in the private chat. So the next time you see one of those female performers on Facebook or cosplayers anime night, they may actually be wearing a mole mask, a silicone mask.
Dude, that's ridiculously creepy.
Now imagine though if you got
truth be told, I saw that at Comic-Con.
Yeah,
it's
I was
10
saying
times,
that
it's 10 times scarier.
$800.
That's the cheap ones, as you can tell.
Holy crap, that's creepy.
And these are just the cheap ones. They got $4,000 or $5,000 bodysuits.
Yeah, that's weird.
The amount of people I could fuck with right now with this. I could easily fuck with people if I got this.
It's not the fuck with part. It's the sexual deviancy to get people to have sex with you.
I joke, but
just don't go down. Just don't go too deep down that rabbit hole, anime night.
Yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole.
There may be no coming back, but beyond a certain point.
I did see those at the convention. However, it was very obscure. Vendor was super fucking creepy. Couldn't stop talking about my fucking face.
Yeah, considering the money that's involved, though, they've got plenty of customers.
I believe it.
That's pretty weird. Hey, there's 5 people watching over on Rumble. Good evening, Rumble. How are you?
Hey, Rumble. I hope we didn't make you puke up your lunches by that creepy mask.
No, Rumble's
going to be pinching chicks from now on. Everybody's going to be pinching those chicks.
Okay, this is real. I'm real.
So forget silicon kits. Just make sure the face. Start with the face.
Yep, definitely real. I am currently watching that creepy video that you posted, David, while simultaneously here on this screen. We had to go to 2 different Best Buys just to get the right monitor. And lo and behold, I have this one. It's an Acer, and I'm actually happy.
Nice.
It was $253, but it was on sale for $173 after tax, plus the 4-year warranty, which was $30. I bought the warranty because Best Buy, I mean, you're cool and all, despite the fact you're getting rid of physical media, but your 15-day policy thing is garbage. Garbage.
Speaking of Greta Thunberg, I just sent a meme in the pop culture chat.
Oh, Facebook. Anyway, we need to get you in over there so that way you can see stuff because we got different updates and whatnot. That's pretty much where I went to the other day to tell everybody that I wasn't doing wow. Wow.
You like that one?
Oh,
wow. Jeez.
Life is full of ups and downs, you know.
For shame. That's so mean. Lord have mercy.
I'm not proud. I'm not proud of that, but it is funny.
Oh,
No,
Doug.
you did. No, it's original.
Doug, I can't show this one.
It's original.
I'm going to share it around, though.
That's original.
Feel free.
Dr. Coffin.
I found that on Facebook, believe it or not. I found that on
I saw
Facebook.
a meme on Facebook that got me to the
Here's
got
the
me
meme
sent
that got
to
me in
the,
trouble on Facebook.
I had a meme that got me sent to the HR's office. Let's see. Well, last year, I need to see the calendar.
That's a
For
good one.
those who can't, for those I
Putin
can't
one?
share the meme with, we're talking about a meme of Vladimir Putin as the Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I shared it first. It got a lot of people in trouble.
And that would bring a lot of people to theaters.
Pete got a 30 day for that one. I think that's the one that got Pete a 30 day. There's a lot of people who got into trouble with that meme. I only had it taken down. Everybody else, a lot of people got suspended.
So 2 years ago, I told a joke that got me sent to HR. I had to look back because it was 2022 when Juneteenth was on the same day as Father's Day.
Mm. Oh yeah. I remember that joke.
Yeah, I got sent to HR for that one.
You gotta be careful. You got to be careful who you tell that joke to.
The HR chick just told me to tell her what the joke was, and I told her the joke, and she said, "Yeah, that's pretty funny."
Is that the one where? Is that the one? Can I tell what I think it is, or is that going to be in trouble?
Private chat. No,
do private chat.
Okay.
Just because I don't know how YouTube's going to be.
Oh yeah, that's probably too might be too spicy for YouTube.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you make your HR person laugh at the joke, you're in good hands.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my company's pretty big.
And if they actually know you, like
the owner of the company had a picture of him and Donald Trump together, and I was like, dude, that's dope. I asked him, I said, hey, the next time that you see him, can I be your bodyguard? I would love to have an opportunity to meet him. I got a really nice suit, and I promise to keep you safe.
I promise to keep you out of a selfie.
Yeah, I just really wanted to see. That was awesome. Man, I can hear Dr. Coffinail just pounding away at that keyboard.
Now, breaking news. You all heard about the Ukraine war.
Let me know if that's the one.
Well, apparently, right, for months, Russia has
That's
been
in a nutshell.
rejecting
Yes.
a peace deal. So Russia made a counteroffer, and NATO said, "No, we reject your peace deal." It's like, wait a minute, I thought we're at war with. I thought Russia and Ukraine were at war. Why is NATO rejecting the peace deal?
Uh-oh, we lost Anime Night.
Yeah,
Dr.
I
Carbonell,
think that joke offended him.
The joke
Just
had
kidding.
no, it didn't. The original joke was Google was busy that day because one sect of people was asking what Juneteenth was, and the other sect
right.
was asking what Father's Day was.
Right. Okay. It's been a few years. I forgot the exact.
It was hilarious. Well, see, what's funny is like I was talking about it, you know, with the group. I was like, yeah, I saw this really spicy joke, and I thought it was really funny. And they were like, dude, say it, tell us, we want to know, we want to hear it. So I said it, and there was one girl, she was
Oops, there's
of
always
that
one.
other party, and man, she took me to HR. Oh, hey, it's happy birthday to President Trump.
Oh,
It's his birthday. So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the hopefully what'll be the first president with a split term besides Grover Cleveland. I think.
Oh my gosh, there was a movie called Midnight Rider, and the film crew was filming, and a train approached because they were on a train track, and a random train showed up.
Oh no!
And took someone's life. Dang, dude, that sucks.
That does suck, but it reminds me from a scene of Dumb and Dumber 2 that's pretty funny, if you've seen that. I don't want to spoil it for you, though.
Superfan of Shaw Hayes. What's up,
man? What up, man?
How are you?
Oh, just been doing yard work and all that, and it just got dark. So I was like, oh, I could jump on the men's room and go. 3-year anniversary is still not smoking.
You're always out of doors, aren't you, Adam?
I am, man. I am. If I don't do the yard work,
I love the videos of the fires and the.
Yeah, man. If I don't do the yard work, it kicks my ass, and it's been years since I've been out here to be able to get caught up from when I fell. And I mean, we're talking like 7-8 years. I've taken back 3-4 feet of the property this year.
Wow.
Just from overgrowth stuff. So, yeah.
What'd you say the birthday was?
It's a 3-year anniversary. Still tobacco free.
Oh, nice, dude. That's dope, man.
Started that year with you, of course, when I just first stopped smoking. And it is literally the 3-year anniversary today of when I quit smoking and started working out. And yeah, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
I'm 20 years tobacco free.
Good deal, man. Smoking's like, it's so bad for you.
Well, you know, I wasn't even a hardcore smoker back, then. I mean, I smoked like hardcore like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So when I met you, I would smoke here and there, but I was just trying, because Tommy and them outsmoked me. I don't remember when you were trying to quit. Like a month and a half.
Yeah. It was hard, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
How it is.
But yeah, it was just one of those, like, I quit, but during the summertime I would dip. But I mean, I haven't done anything. Like, the only thing I'd had in the 3 years was I'd had 2 cigars and 1 blunt wrapper that I didn't think about the nicotine in the blunt wrapper. And then after that, I never did that again. I was like, yeah, fuck that. Nice. But yeah, man. Yeah. And again, you were here with me at the beginning of that, And Tommy was working on it at the same time, trying to quit. So
I can't believe it's been 3 years since we all hung out. That was crazy. I know, Ernie, man. In the chat, he says, "Yo, what up, Ernie?
Yo, Ernie. Man.
What up, Ernie?
The Insta.
One of my bosses. Man. I was just telling folks how that I told a joke a couple years ago on this day about how, well. It's a Father's Day joke. I'll tell you Monday.
I started a joke.
And
That
of course, it
started
also happens to be
HR laughing.
That's it.
Yeah.
It just happens to be
Ernie,
not
the
HR
joke was so
approved.
bad that it made HR laugh. They just shut the door and said, "Know your audience," and I was like, "Okay."
I do.
Yeah.
We say, put up your hand if you're Karen. Okay, out the door.
Yeah. So well, you know what? He ran off. Push hit a button. Anyway, that's really interesting. Logan Paul and his buddy from Impulsive went and met with Mr. President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe Biden sniffs the Pope. That's nice. Ernie, our HR, yes, our HR. It made them laugh.
Actually, she's not lifting up the Pope's robes and sniffing the crack of the Pope.
Oh, the poop.
What the fuck? Biden, you're sniffing the Biden. You're sniffing the wrong head.
Yeah.
Well, what's this one?
It's the one down there in the
No, this
Pope's
is not the right
legs.
one.
You should be sniffing.
Here we go. Did you get the other one? Did you get the other one I sent you? I'll send it to you now if you haven't got it.
Maybe. What was it?
On X, on the Flat Earther, the French billionaire.
No.
Have you got it? I'll send it again. All right, I'll send it again. I might have sent it to the men's room. You want the men's room or your other?
The men's room.
Right, standing.
Trying to find you on Rumble. I can't.
For like, what do you for what? The
I'm
men's
just trying
room.
to find you. Yeah.
Here, private chat. I'll drop a link.
Okay.
We're live on Rumble right meow. There's 11 people watching. Listen to us ramble about fun stuff.
I think I found it.
Looking on True Social, see if there's anything trending right now that we can talk about. The Acolyte. Did anybody watch that Star Wars?
It dropped It dropped from 36 to 18, and as of this morning, it was at 17.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw.
All because
I've seen enough of it. I'll tell you that.
Yep, they retconned it so they retconned it so badly.
It's no longer the Force. It's the string, and the string can make babies without
crazy.
Well, that's why that's why under my name it says "Pull the Strings." That's also a line from Ed Wood.
It felt like
that is craziness, dude. For real.
This is something you would see in pornography,
dude. I just
pull the string.
Hey,
we know what pull the string means. Yeah.
Raging Rhino had my favorite comment about that. But
Doc, have you actually watched The Acolyte?
I have. I've seen scenes from it.
Okay, you haven't actually watched it. I can't bring myself to watch it. Like, there's part of me that wants to watch it. I've heard a lot of people around in my area are talking about it. They really enjoy it.
I've seen people review it.
They really enjoyed it. They are excited for it. Now that it's out here, I don't know if they actually like it. I haven't got to speak to anybody about it.
I don't know if you know who Raging Rhino is. He's one of your fellow countrymen, David.
I've heard the name.
He does a thing called the Full Aussie too. He's somehow connected to Jeremy Griggs's crew somehow, but he did a breakdown of it where he basically EFAP'd it, episode 3 that I watched today. It was on last night, and it looks freaking horrible. I mean, Can you
drop me a link to that? I'd rather watch that and support that than I would.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's called Casual Rage. He does a pretty good show. It's pretty funny.
Cool.
If you want to look at Star Wars stuff, he does a very good job of that.
Well, I just want to check that out because, like, I'm interested in what
myself for a minute.
Is, but like, I'm not interested enough to like go on there and.
The thing is, they're a cheap copy of so many tropes. I'm sure Anime Night's familiar with the red string of fate, right? It's a Japanese mythology, and they can't even copy that right. They're trying to mix string theory with Wiccan and Japanese mythology to create a new replacement for the Star Wars mythology.
Right. Well, you see, the one thing that I was like noticed from just comments and commentary was people are talking about how that they're trying to make the Immaculate Conception not so
Rare,
not so like
Immaculate.
divine.
crazy.
Yeah,
with Anakin, they're trying to make it be like more. It's more common and not so rare to happen.
They cast a spell, yo. They cast a
but
spell
what they're
to create
saying
Anakin. There is no
in
father.
Reddit, in their forums, however, is saying how this is the future, and the Star Wars is showing us the future of humanity, where a world without men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's so stupid. You know,
If you look at what the men of today are,
yeah.
Well, they've been
Sure.
feminizing since the
they ain't
90s.
real
Come
men.
on.
We're all men, but the men of today ain't men. They're a bunch of little pussies. So, you know, they're kind of right.
Metrosexuals. Yeah. Yeah.
True. But I mean,
Don't
Christ,
listen to me. What do I know? I'm not watching this crap. I hear stuff, but you know, I gave up on this a long time ago. I was fine with the prequels, but once they did that Obi-Wan series, man, screw the prequels too. There's like 3 movies and I'm good, man. I'm done. Star Wars is over. The end. Yeah, man.
I haven't even been able to bring myself to watching any of the original trilogy lately.
I can still watch the original trilogy, but I'm still trying to find this. I'm sorry, but it's like
It's all right.
No, well, anyway,
I
I
mean-
said a thing to Seth. He's still looking at it, I guess.
But
This thing I just sent you an X.
oh, sorry. Yeah, you did send me that.
Yeah, right. Just making
I
sure
was
my
enjoying that LGBTQ plus are removing no U-turn street signs because they're homophobic.
oh jeez.
I mean, seriously, you want to see?
I can
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
it.
yeah. Go ahead.
LA City Council members Hugo Soto Martinez and Nithya Raman were on hand today to help remove the signs. They say the no cruising and no U-turn signs were put up in the 1990s to prevent people in the gay community from meeting up with other gay people.
Bullshit.
So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh my god!
Shut up! Look at this name. Shut up!
What a freaking what a
Oh my
freak.
God.
What an
Ladies and
attention
gentlemen, this is
seeking
the
crybaby.
current generation of men.
Shut
I mean,
up!
you can't parody anything anymore because life is a parody now.
But wait, here's the
Maybe
best
a
part.
girl.
They just let in billions of people that like to take them and throw them off roofs.
Yeah.
Yep.
They seem a little, okay, it's just a no U-turn sign. But when you learn the history of it and you realize that
There's no history of it. It was about prostitution in the streets.
The LA City
People
Council
cruising up and down the
the
street, making a
community began to grow, and because there was
idiots.
That is
They're
a tall man.
They are rewriting history to make everything about them.
Wow.
What a bunch of ignorant slobs.
Okay, I finally just dropped the Raging Rhino link in the private chat.
That news lady, if they told me to report on this, I would burn the entire.
Was that in California?
Yeah.
What a shock, right?
Mhm.
I would burn that entire segment. Be like, no.
I was gonna either LA or Portland.
You don't have to worry about it. You're just in the insane asylum if you're talking about California. Fuck California.
All right, I'm subscribed. Thanks, Dr. Coffin Nails.
Yeah.
I'll be able to check that out later.
Luther was right.
I think it's hilarious though that it's like now to make a U-turn is racist and gay.
Homophobic. No. The thing is that I remember this, right? The Karens were complaining about people dragging the streets up and down all hours of the night, cruising the streets, right? If the gay community had already in the 80s had clubs, they didn't need to cruise the streets to hook up. Early days of the LA nightclub scene already had all the, like, way back to the 1920s. These people are trying to rewrite history to make it about them.
Yeah, but you don't got to go that far back. This is from the 90s. They're trying to say that it had to do with that. And in the 90s, we accepted fags for what they were. You could smoke a cigarette and it's called a fag. No problem. But they still have a fit over that, right? Like over in the UK, to smoke a fag means to smoke a cigarette. And they still bitch about something that simple. But yet you want to turn around and say a sign just literally saying you're not supposed. That way the city can write you a ticket if you are dumb enough to do it and get caught. It had absolutely nothing to do with homosexuals. Nothing to do with them at all.
It was revenue.
And now today's homosexuals want stuff from the 90s to be about them. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, but you got to remember, right, when they were kids, they were playing in those streets and their mummies were saying, oh, the cars are dangerous. And now, and we have to get rid of the U-turn signs to keep people to, you know. Now they want to get rid of U-turns here.
Yeah. It's beyond parody. I just don't know what to.
Yeah, it's right. It's beyond parody.
I just don't know what to say. It's like the guy's name is something out of a Mad Magazine.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe a girl.
But the thing is, I forget who it was. He was French, but he was basically speaking in recently in Canada. How they're running out of causes, right? They're literally activists have literally exhausted every cause they have, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, people are walking away from the Greens. They're walking away from everything, right? Because the activists, it's a never-ending perpetual bitch cycle, right? That ends in violence and you know that they want people to cut off their PPs and you know give up all their possessions in the name of the climate.
Well, when the funding stops, Dave, that's when they stop paying them and then they stop showing up.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening is people are walking away from the Green because they realize it's nothing but a grift.
And the money's running out for that shit because now they don't have it as easily to funnel through these kind of programs because there's a huge magnifying glass on everything.
Yeah, but see now that they've see what happens is once the politicians are in power, they don't need the groups anymore and they cut off the funding. Just like in Minnesota, no more funding for your Pride Parade. Soon it'll be in LA. Soon the communists will say, no more Pride Parade into the gulag.
Well, as I said, you just released the people that like to chuck those people off fucking roofs. There's what, 20,000 to 1? Yeah, good luck with that one, dumbass. Way to go.
Played yourselves.
Well, we were due for a reset.
I don't know if you still want to talk about Star Wars, but my opinion can be pretty summed up in that, you know, it's at this point I'm rooting for it to be as bad as it possibly can be, just so that everyone can hate it as much as I do, and eventually they'll have to reboot it. Because I mean,
but the thing is,
10 years from now, 20 years from now, I mean, hopefully I'll just live to see it. I just hope I live to see it because eventually they're going to have to. You know, I don't want the Mandalorian movie to come out and people go to see it and then that renews hope. Oh, it's getting better. It's not going to get better.
That was a false hope. That was to lure people back in. It was deliberately done to lure people back in. Mm-hmm. And they'll do it again. You watch.
The Mandalorian was the Force Awakens of Disney Plus. It really was, because it's like it makes you think, oh, this might, you know, this could be good, but it's just like everything just is just like there to justify the prequel or justify the sequel trilogy. Yeah, season 1 was okay. I still had some problems with it, but
season 2 sucked.
But
And
you
nobody
gotta
like
really-
But where it ended,
everybody was just like,
you
dude,
know.
you're being too harsh. You're being too harsh. I'm like, no, dude.
No,
That,
you weren't.
That movie
It's
sucked.
fair. It's fair credit.
The show sucks.
People forget the term fair criticism. We're criticizing it and voicing our own opinions. Nobody's paying us money to go out there and be like, "Oh, we hate this." We know that. We voice our opinion. We see if it's garbage and we don't like it, we call it out
Right.
for what it is. Unfortunately, these brain dead pansies are like, "Oh, you're this, that, and the other. How dare you do this?"
Well,
I'm like,
the thing is, they're retarded, okay?
here's some
Yeah.
boxing
Arnie-
matches. Go have fun.
Arnie, consider yourself lucky, all right?
Yeah.
Because as a child, my
Oh.
mom introduced me to the original trilogy. I fell in love with it. It was
Just-
it was really cool
100%.
science fiction that back when I was a kid, before the prequels, all that stuff. That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Then the prequels came out. They were, as a kid, I really enjoyed them. I understand where some of the adults didn't like it, but I was a child. So, I mean, I take it back. I think I was like 10,
Yeah.
10 or 11 years old.
That's
when
the
that came
perfect.
out.
That's the perfect time to see it.
And
I saw
absolutely
it
loved
I saw it in the theater when I was 11. It hit me right between the eyes. I did nothing but draw pictures of TIE fighters and X-wings for the next 3 years. I mean,
Yeah. So,
I mean,
they were
problem with Star
fantastic.
Wars-
And then in 2013 or 14, when Disney purchased it,
they purchased it in 2012. They
Okay.
basically said the expanded universe is dead in 2014,
Yep.
Gotcha.
which in my opinion is when
Big mistake
It's-
number one.
yeah.
yeah.
But the reason why they would stop selling it was so they could pick from it and not have anybody point
Right.
it out.
They could cherry pick whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. They
But
wanted
yeah,
to cherry
I would
pick it.
suggest, Ernie, have Seth get you a copy of 4K 77. See the original 1977 film. It's a good
Which was a
film.
once-off
Yeah.
movie.
Armies.
I've got the original. I've got the original.
fine.
I've got the original trilogy in Blu-ray.
Yeah, there you go.
It was a box set.
The original's fine. I mean, George didn't mess that one up too much with the special editions. I mean,
No.
the McClunky cut
Remember,
I could do without.
I
but-
had the
Remember, he didn't write.
I had the
um,
chance to
The original
I
Jedi,
had a
though,
chance to
where
see
Anakin's an old man, not fucking Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a lot of problems with the prequels, but they've gotten a lot better by comparison. I'll tell you that.
Some say that's the point,
Yeah.
that they
Mhm.
keep producing garbage to elevate the
Well,
mid,
I
and
think
then they'll go back to the mid, and everybody will think, "Oh, look!"
I
at the
think
wonderful
I
quality."
don't think there's that much thought behind it, David. I think they're just
No.
they're just
I'm saying
doing
it's
it.
more- yeah,
They don't care.
There's more thought in the conspiracy than the
Right.
actual Disney board.
I think they don't care about the quality. They think Star Wars fans will just eat up anything as long as it has Star Wars on it. They just want to,
'Cause they
use
do,
it as
though.
a vessel to transmit their crap message.
The message,
Yeah,
which is
and-
why they think Nelson Peltz selling out was a victory. No, bro, he saw the spike and took it because he knew what was coming.
Well, simply put, though, it does sell because the people are bitching and moaning, but they're still watching it, and then their drones of retards are doing the same thing.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
but
watch,
the
Like I
if
haven't
you,
watched anything in so long. I mean, like the last Marvel movie I saw was the Doctor Strange one, the second one, because I laughed my
that's
ass off. I thought it
about
was funny as
the
fuck.
last one I saw in the theater.
Okay,
Yeah.
streaming is
I let off after
increasing.
that.
You
Adam
didn't miss
is right.
anything after that.
Streaming viewership is still increasing, but here's the thing: Disney's the only one who's decreasing. Tubi is rising, and now Universal is rising. They're the only
Yep.
two. Tubi and Universal. Paramount, Warner, and Disney are all in decline. In fact, one of the reasons why streaming is increasing is because they now count YouTube. Because YouTube is a streaming channel. They do have a
It's true.
paid streaming section, and they are number one. Then comes Netflix. I think Disney's fallen to number 3, and Tubi's in number 4.
Yeah, but Amazon
This
should be
is
on
up-
that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there somewhere.
Yeah, they got to be, because I mean they're one of the bigger ones too. Because look at how many people have Prime, and
They don't really
Prime,
have. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that have Prime that don't even watch movies. They just have it to
That's
get
the
packages
problem.
faster. I mean,
They talk
their
about the
package
rating.
delivery service supports
Yeah.
their streaming service.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Nielsen's are looking at it from the actual viewing minutes, not the actual size of the company, because Prime has basically got millions of people signed up, but only a small fraction of those in viewing hours.
I mean, my brother doesn't
They're
even
sitting
use.
at number 5.
I use his password and I watch the movie. I mean, hypothetically, I would do that. Of course, I would never do such a thing, but just as a hypothetical.
Well, I mean, it's like we were enjoying The Boys, and then I hear it's gone completely woke and just went to shit this new season already.
Oh,
Great transition because the boys are out. What?
Yep.
What do you mean it went woke? What happened?
No, Alan Kripke has said it's always been woke. This is going to be the most woke.
Is it out yet? Because I don't. Is it out?
Yeah,
yet,
I think the first 3 episodes are out.
Oh my god, I'm behind already.
I started it. I got about 20 minutes in and had to go outside and wrangle chickens. And
Crap, I'm gonna have to watch that to this weekend because I don't want to be behind again like I was all last season.
Good. I
thought it was tomorrow. I thought it was Sunday. Well,
I've already started the first season.
Yeah.
I mean, not the first season, the first episode of this new season.
Okay. In my opinion, The Boys has always been a little bit woke, the TV show, especially if you compare it to the comic books. But it's still a good show. I mean,
yeah.
No, but here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
And a lot of people have pointed out it's a parody.
I'm in big
of
trouble
itself.
now.
It stayed very balanced, though. It took.
That's
pop
what you
shots
get
at
when you
left
trust the
and
wrong
right.
people. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Adam, dude, it's one thing I do like that it does go back and forth, and I mean, you
But
really don't
apparently
know what.
Season they nail it hard, and they mimic what's going on in the real world, and basically how Hollywood hates people and people are stupid for listening. And yeah, apparently it's pretty bad from what I heard from a couple of reviewers. They're not very happy. They walked away. I was like, damn.
The thing is, a lot of people said, Alan, are you watching your own show? Because your parody of AOC makes everybody just laugh at the left.
Troy's got some hot takes in the chat there. The lubricant industry, I didn't realize that. That makes a lot of sense though. But anyway.
In for the bounty, yeah.
Makes good sense.
So I saw something about bump stocks are now legal again.
Yeah. Okay. Supreme Court has ruled that the law against bump stocks was illegally applied.
Yep.
And
As we said.
Now all the liberals have dissented, but of course it's passed with a majority. The bump stock laws are struck down. Finally.
Yeah, it was stupid to begin with.
Well, actually, one of the arguments was that there's no actual evidence that it actually creates an automatic weapon in any shape or form.
It really doesn't. It's a great way to waste some ammunition.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of the courts. All this wasted time on bullshit, and then it goes to the Supreme Court to get whacked in the face and be like, no, here's the law. Can we just get rid of these stupid judges that aren't doing their jobs in the first place and put
That'd be nice.
people that know the law and follow the laws in, finally, for fuck's sake?
Yeah. But it circles back to what I was saying before about activists running out of things to do, and instead of retiring, they find more causes.
Well, it never ends. There's always something to bitch about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, but they become a parody of themselves. Where you have gays for Palestine.
I still can't wrap my head around that. It's like
I can never wrap my head. It's like how do we tell them? How do we tell them?
Just
Oh, let
Give them
go
a
to
one-way
visit Gaza.
ticket to.
We want them to visit
Yeah.
Gaza.
You ain't
I
got to
mean, you
worry
could
got a
about
probably-
rooftop
probably
party
do
for
a-
you.
You could probably do a comedy
Y'all ask
skit
your
on
dad.
it.
Yeah, go
And
visit
we'll have
Gaza,
this-
bro.
It's,
Still up there. Actually, better
and what
yet, we could
kills
probably
me is it's
dress
such a
up-
small minority too of retardation on that shit. It's like, really, like, of all the shit in the world going on, that's the hill that you're what?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly
they-
what they want.
They never try that stuff out of the United States. I mean, if
No.
one woman did, I can't remember where she did, like Turkey or somewhere, where she's, I'm going to walk through here. They found her like decapitated head
Syria.
somewhere.
Syria.
Yeah, was that Syria? It's like,
Yeah, she went to
it
Syria
didn't work
saying,
out too
"Oh,
well
Dad,
for her.
Dang.
Yeah. Stupid
Second
liberals doing
you
stupid
leave
things.
the U.S., you're going to find out how privileged you really are.
It doesn't work out too well outside the United States for some reason.
It's like
you know?
the activists. It's like the activists who went to Syria and said, "No, I mean not Syria, Libya." And said there's no slavery, and straight at the and she said she walked out the airport. Right across the street was a slave market.
Right.
All these activists talking about, "Oh, America and their slavery." Go to Libya. It's in your face, and your government, Biden, is funding that government.
It's as if it's been around since biblical times or something. And
Yeah.
I know,
it's
right?
weird.
Like, gee, kind of funny how all the nations are funding it, and we're all still poor.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you know,
And
they
and
wanna
then
take
of
more
course
of our
got NATO
rights, so
coming
they
out
keep
saying they
trying
reject
it.
a peace offer from Russia, and it's like, wait a minute, are you at war with Russia or not? you know, I said,
don't know
that's
that
what
they
you should be
know.
worried about. But instead, they're distracting us with bullshit. All these people whining about Star Wars, though, they're so privileged. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. But all these actors who are whining that nobody likes Star Wars, they're so privileged they're out of touch.
Well, maybe
Well,
if
did
you
you-
wouldn't have fucked it, we'd be watching it, but you didn't listen to the fans and you doubled down, and now nobody's watching your shit product. I mean, literally nobody,
Yeah.
not even the game watching your shit. That's
Did you hear
how
the guy
really
that
suck.
talked about how Anakin blew up the Death Star? Did you hear that guy, the
Oh,
actor? from the show?
Yeah.
I laughed in pure cringe at that clown.
Like,
Even his co-stars looked at him like,
Yeah, you sent me the clip.
Like-
I couldn't believe it.
If you know literally nothing about something, just don't say
Yeah.
anything. You know, it's like
Nothing.
I think we
But
played
he's
it on here about a week or so ago.
okay, yeah, maybe you went
2
over
weeks,
that.
something like that.
Maybe it was 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah, I knew it was.
I
over
mean,
a
he
week.
had a 50-50 shot at it, right? And boy, he
Mhm.
fucked it up. Wrong Skywalker, pal.
And nobody
Welcome to the
corrected him.
roulette. Thank you for playing the
At least he
roulette.
didn't say
Here-
Well, he's
Ray.
black. What can they do? They speak up and they're quiet.
It was that Ray girl, wasn't it, my man? Come on, Ray blew up the Death Star, didn't she?
It was Ray.
Oh, that would make it even worse. That would make it even worse. Oh my god!
No. When
Come on, the next day
Palpatine,
and say that.
here it is. Kids, we're going to have a biology lesson. Papa Palpatine fell into the egg and exploded and created Ray.
Yeah. So stupid.
I bet you right now they're teaching that, David. I bet you right now they're probably teaching that right this very second.
Right?
Like
Yeah, I just
somewhere-
gave them another. There's the new show, Ray
Somewhere in
Palpatine.
their house. Like
I can't wait for this Ray movie to drop in a few years or whenever it's going to.
25 is claiming. But they haven't even started filming.
I can't wait for it to hit the theaters with a giant thud. It's just going
Hey,
to be
check
awesome.
this out. Somebody made this. I don't know where it's
Ray-
from. I
Ray
don't
the
know what it
Movie.
is.
Wait,
But it's off of C-SPAN.
Hmm.
All right. Don't say that. I hate to be that Biden guy. I hate to be that Brandon guy.
Come on,
That's
Good
good.
thing my name's Brandon.
Oh,
Joe
that's
said,
nice.
good thing my name's Brandon.
There's a
Pretty
guy a
funny.
block down from my house that has that flag that he flies it all the time.
I'm Brandon, and I approve this message.
Some protesters vandalized that painting of King Charles.
King Charles, yeah, bunch of privileged little bitches.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
What is with all the
Privileged
painting
little
vandal? What are they trying to prove, that they're a-holes?
I don't know.
That's not gonna.
know, right? Like, let's
How is that going to get anyone on
I
their
never
side?
understand where my head.
We're going to
can't wrap
attack art. I mean,
Well,
what the? hell?
yeah, and a week later the elections happened, and what happened? Their voting went from 3% to below 2%. So it's official numbers. 50.93% of Europeans voted for a right-wing or a populist party. That's up, boys. That's up up from last election. And here's the strange part. The Dutch Prime Minister is now the Deputy Prime Minister. Kurt Wilders, head of the opposition party, is now a minister, but his deputy is now the Prime Minister in a deal with the former ruling Liberal Party because their socialist alliance fell apart. It's so weird. You think American politics is fucked up?
Bro, all politics are fucked up, homie.
Yeah, but Europe had some really.
They had some. You're not wrong. Yeah.
But it's pretty much rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. You know, if they won't accept the peace deal with Russia, you know, all these blue hairs screaming about Trump, they ain't the ones who get. Remember how they used to scream how Trump was going to get us into war with Russia? Now they want to send all the right wingers to war against Russia to get rid of them.
4 years was the only time we weren't involved in any major wars, wasn't it? I mean, for a long time.
Yeah. 4 years of peace. No wars. Yep. Everything.
No new wars, but you're still at war.
I know it was some of the best 4 years of my life. Now it's gone to shit. But hey,
you
wonder why.
You have a lot of celebrities now who's saying, "Look, we."
Froze.
Oops.
Celebrities who left Hollywood. It's a growing list. Let's see if it's updated. Because
for a split second, you just froze.
Nobody major. Mia Wasikowska, Meg Ryan, Eva Mendes are amongst the latest celebrities to have left Hollywood. What's his name? Thor has moved. Sandra Bullock, Julia Roberts, Nicole Kidman, Keith Urban, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, he moved out of Hollywood a while ago. Didn't he?
Moved back to Australia. He's now only going to do minimum work. I mean, remember Tom Hanks fled to Greece. Well, he's only working part time out of his offices. Mark Wallenberg and Dean Cain are looking at creating an alternative Hollywood. I think in Arizona, isn't it?
I think you're right. Yeah.
That's a deal. They're trying to get Mel Gibson on board. Mel Gibson walked away from that production company they were going to do in LA. It still exists. Like Mel Gibson's production company is still there. It's just an office, right? With a guy who comes and picks up the checks and deposits them. That's about it.
Speaking of Mel Gibson, what are your thoughts on that Furiosa thing? I mean, you're in Australia. I mean, what do Australians think of that?
Most of them are pissed off. One, they got rid of Mel. Right? They didn't even. Furio bombed here. Right? They wanted Mel.
Yeah,
it was originally written for Mel. Furiosa was a rewriting of a story that was also intended for Mel.
Right.
And now they're pissed off because the story, because Miller's saying, well, if you go see it and make it a success, we'll give you the movie you want.
Yeah,
and they
whatever.
said, no.
It's too late.
Fury Road. Yeah,
They should have done that 10 years ago.
Yeah, when you had Fury Road, you wouldn't stand up for Mel, so we won't stand up for you now. You fucked us once. No, you fucked us twice. We're not giving you a third time.
That's how I felt. I mean, imagine getting, an old Mad Max, make him really mad, make him out of his freaking gourd. And Gibson could do that spectacularly. Play up the fact that he's looked at as kind of a, out of his head. I mean,
he's literally mad.
Yeah.
Now that is literally
going
mad.
out in a blaze of glory. I mean, that would have made $1 billion. You want to make $1 billion? Make that movie.
To that little kid from the first movie.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Leaving that car to the little kid who's all grown up now.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally, the thing is, when it's a little kid, as it grows up, he discovers it's a woman, because he's and it starts, he's having flashbacks and hallucinations to his wife, and he thinks it's his dead kid, and he's wandering the desert because the kid couldn't take it, drove off with his car. So, there's an amazing story there. And what do? A whole bunch of other shit.
Girl boss shit. That's what they wanted to go do for.
Because they wanted to follow the current Hollywood thing, right?
And I could see it coming because
the funding in Hollywood is to do the current thing.
The early interviews were talking about, we got the lady that wrote the vagina monologues and she's helping with the script. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It's like, this is Mad Max. It's like it could have been good, but it'll never amount to anything now. He's killed it. I doubt Gibson would agree to do it at this point. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, hell no.
No.
After they slaughtered it.
Mm-hmm.
No, he actually said they screwed him 10 years ago. He ain't coming back. He ain't let him do it again. They screwed him on the first time. They'd paid him $1.2 million to walk away. He ain't coming back.
Right. It's a shame.
Well, Miller has himself to blame. He screwed Mad Max already with Thunderdome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't care for Thunderdome either.
But he could have had a redemption story if he tied all three movies together with a new trilogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, give us a little bit of the preview back in the days, go back to the just before the collapse, right? Then do the Mad Max growing up with the kid, right, as they promised. Then do the kid finding the kid with the car and Max back, shave the beard, cut the hair, defeats what's his name, the boss from the game, right? And gets in his car, drives across the desert, and that's where they start to find there is actually something beyond, when they get to the Great Storm and they drive through, he says, basically, wait till you see what I've seen, because he comes in at the beginning out of the storm. Then at the end, he's driving into the storm. And then they would get the second and third movie, and the third movie, so there'd be 6 movies in all, 2 trilogies wrapping up the entire Mad Max. No beginning, no end, all tied in together. It would have been brilliant. Instead, they decided, let's make a franchise. Let's bring in Furiosa. Let's do these characters. If you wanted to do that, you had to have a consistent character that it's all a central anchor, which was Mel Gibson's Max.
Well, of all the words of tongue and pen, the saddest are these. It might have been, and it's not going to happen now.
No, it's exactly right. Because if you want to do spin-off movies, they have to be secondary, right? This is what they found with Star Wars, right? When they did the anthology movies, you have your main storyline, and you have to do them parallel in the off season, right? While we're working on the big movies, we'll give you these small anthology movies about different characters. But what happened? They decided, we're going to girl boss, and everybody loves Leia, so we'll give us Leia, and then we'll have Who else could we have? Mara? No. She's a married housewife. No, we can't have that.
People were clamoring to have Mara Jade in those movies. I mean, every time there was an audition, there was a redhead spotted auditioning. She's probably going to be Mara Jade. And it's like,
that was a tease.
Yeah.
That was a tease to keep
never.
That was on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what's the other one? When they were doing the Marvel casting. Remember that? How they were having all these white guys show up, and not one of them appeared in any of the movies.
All I can think of right now is Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
What was he? Who was he going to be?
Well, actually, he was a genius, but he was also poorly mistreated by nerds as a kid, so he had a hatred for nerds. But because he was actually a genius, but because he was a big guy, hairy, prepubescent. He was prepubescent, in some respects. In other respects, he was fully matured. So he was like a really weird amalgamation of that era where you had the jock, you had the early Disneyfication of movies where you had the jock and the nerds,
Yeah,
but he was that guy in between.
What a great movie that is, Revenge of the Nerds. That's such a good movie.
1 and 2 was fine. Was there a 3 or directed DVD 3? I don't.
There was like 2 TV made for TV movies. They're both horrible.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's like 4 total.
Yeah, there were 2 good ones, 2 bad ones, right?
Yeah, the first one is really good. The second one is not nearly as good, but
yeah.
And the third or fourth one are not really even worth watching. I mean, in my opinion.
I just saw I remember the first one and the second one on TV, but I saw the first one in theaters.
Right.
Now the thing is, how did we get from having a sex movie come out almost every month on the mainstream between 1991 and 2004, and all of a sudden, it's like everybody's clutching their pearls. It's like you grew up in sex movies, and now you're all clutching your pearls.
You don't get any female nudity at all, unless it's like some weird crap like that movie with what's her face that just came out, where she's got the mind of a child or something. What is that? I can't remember what it's called now. It's like a Frankenstein type thing. Emma Stone's in it, I think.
You talking about the Annabelle or the not Annabelle? Sorry, that android movie.
Something creatures or something. I don't know.
No, different movie. Then I'm trying to think what you were talking about, but no, I just can't think of it. I know there were a whole bunch of movies, and they made a big deal about a nipple in one, and it's like, what? I've seen full on. I've seen mainstream movies at prime time with sex in it.
Right.
They used to have Rob Lowe. Every time there was a Rob Lowe movie, there'd be people saying, "Yeah, there's going to be sex in this one." You couldn't go a week without.
Poor things. That's what
I've been just sitting here chilling, like listening to y'all talk and stuff.
Poor things.
Yeah,
that's
Woody
what I was
Allen.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Woody Allen.
What about Woody Allen?
Privacy clause in all these movies that he had to have sex with an actress in every movie, and he had real sex with an actress in every movie.
For real?
That's Woody Allen.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he had a privacy clause that they could not publicly speak about the encounters.
Okay, then.
That's what they call them in the business. There was a private encounter. And then they'd film the post-coital conversation. That's why Anne Hathaway walked away. That's why a lot of them walked away. I don't know what they did, but
it's a Woody.
But a lot of people.
So he got his name, apparently.
Right.
Yeah. But little Woody insulted, I believe, Anne Hathaway and some of the actresses, and made light of the fact that he could lord it in their face that he forced them to perform acts on them for minimum wage in Hollywood. Because don't forget, Anne wasn't famous when she did Woody Allen.
But to be fair, I can't stand Anne Hathaway, so I mean, I'm not really that upset
No.
about her. But
You're like, you don't give a shit. What happened to a nice kitty cat?
But apparently, if they disparage him in any way, they're going to face losing $20 million in a law in an automatic settlement clause. So they have to shut. They can't basically Me Too him.
We got to wait till he's dead.
Yeah.
Speaking of dead, we have about 10 minutes left to show. Do we want to? What are you guys doing for Father's Day? Anything interesting?
I'm going out to eat tomorrow, and I might do a cookout on Sunday, which is actual Father's Day.
Ooh.
Gonna fire up the grill, do the whole steaks, burgers, the whole deal.
Nice. I got a grill today as my Father's Day gift.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of grill?
It's a Blackstone.
Oh, is that like a propane tank or whatever?
Yeah, griddle.
Ah.
Yeah.
I got an air fryer, an electric grill.
Nice.
I still like using the old charcoal. I just something about that I can't
I'm not
get
a
away
charcoal fan. I'm a very Hank Hill-esque cooker. I like to taste
propane and propane accessories.
I like to leave the largest carbon footprint that I possibly can, so I got to bring out the charcoal.
Burn the coal. Yeah. Coal burner.
Oh,
whoa. Be careful when you say coal burning. Be careful when you say that one.
Only in college. My wife
Yeah.
doesn't know about that. Anything goes.
Yeah, we're gonna fix some steaks. The family's coming up, and we're just gonna hang out on the patio.
Sweet. I'm gonna air fry my son's pizza.
Nice.
That sounds good too. Actually, I love those air fryers are good. I like those things.
Yeah.
I've got one. It's got 2 trays in it. It's pretty good size, and like you can put, I did I think 3 pounds of beef jerky. All in this it's a air fryer, dehydrator, baker.
Wow.
It's like an oven.
Now,
like you can do all kinds of stuff in it.
With your air fryer, get yourself a silicon base and some silicon egg rings, and you can one of them cutters, and you use them to make onion rings, and you put the onion in the silicon base in the egg rings. It stops them and
Nice. Yeah, dude, man.
Yeah.
I love
put
cooking.
it in the middle, put the onion rings in the middle and just blast it. You keep it on a silicon bed and they just sit there nice.
Yeah. I gotta do something kind of like that because mine's got wire baskets. So like we have the like it's kind of like a butcher, like a parchment paper that you put down, like if you've got something that's gonna be wet and drippy.
Yeah.
It's got a catch pan in the bottom. So like I guess when I did beef jerky, I had to pull it all apart and clean it all up because it got pretty funky. But it only did, I think, like 4 hours when it was supposed to have been like an 8-hour like thing.
Yeah, sometimes when you use a silicon base, the cooking time's better. But if you really like crispy chips, get yourself some spray oil. Just spray some olive oil on them, and get yourself really crispy chips. Without the Crisco, because as you know, Crisco is cancer.
Yeah, stay away from canola.
Canada is cancer. I mean Crisco.
Yeah. Olive oil is the best.
Absolutely. Get yourself some olive oil if you've got an air fryer.
Yep.
And a silicon base. Make chips, onion rings.
Anybody else do anything?
Now with me, I get the chicken, and then I put the onion rings after the chicken, so it's got that nice mix of olive oil and chicken.
I told my wife I wanted a tomahawk steak.
Yeah.
Not an Omaha.
No, man, I've never had good luck with Omaha steaks.
Yeah.
They were all like gristly and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but people swear by Omaha steaks. Nah, bro,
They're kind of average at
right?
best. My experience has been kind of somewhere in between there. They're okay. They're not the best.
I don't know. I'm a snob, dude. I only buy like local farm fed meat from here.
It's good. It's good. It's definitely worth it if you can do it.
Adam says, "Run the cow past me, and I'll chainsaw off what I want."
I'll take the other half too. But I stick with local stuff, man. I don't even. It's like, nope. You know what?
Hey, if you can do that, do it. If you have that option.
Speaking of local, now and again, we do get a local market, but it's, I'm on the edge of it. I'm not on the edge of the city. I'm like halfway between the city and the border of the city, so there ain't much country around here.
I have to say the best fried chicken I ever had was when my grandma used to go out on her farm and go out and kill one and cook it up, and that was better than anything I've had since, I think.
Well, apparently the best fried chicken, of course, is to never have it frozen. That's the point.
Yep.
It's got to be fresh. Because it's been frozen, when you fry it, all you're doing is breaking it down further.
Yeah, because the cells rupture and everything when you freeze
The
stuff.
cells are already ruptured. You're just breaking it down further.
By fresh, we mean you go out there, you whack off its head, you pluck the feathers, you clean it,
exactly.
You fry it. That's the fresh we're talking
That's what
about.
she used to do.
Don't understand the English that we're speaking.
No, but there's a lot of people out there think fresh is in the frozen section of the supermarket because they see the sign. They're brainwashed.
Oh shit! They think fresh is Chick-fil-A, bro. I mean, they don't even think about a supermarket. They think fresh is Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
And as much as that, and I love the Chick-fil-A and the Popeyes and all that, when you start realizing how much shit is in the food that you're buying,
78 ingredients for a chicken sandwich. Thank you.
That's crazy.
And any of them say, and the thing is, they're now trying to hide the fact so many of them use Crisco or canola. So, I mean, although KFC is basically saving lives by becoming the most expensive food on the market.
I used to work there.
I haven't ate KFC in decades. That shit was so horrible.
That's why you're still alive.
Yeah.
Like, we had groceries. The Kroger chicken was better than KFC, man. They
truck
actually
stop.
hand battered it and fried it.
I will agree with you. I will agree with you.
That truck stop on the Mexican border is safer than
KFC. That chicken
damn near close to sushi in the vending machine, Dave.
Yep. Yeah, those Japanese vending machine sushis.
Yep.
Safer than KFC right now.
But like Kroger's it was the same thing. They literally, it was, the 12 ingredients that they had, and it was flour and then the seasoning. There wasn't 57 fucking ingredients for chicken that's fried. Yeah.
They're not ingredients, they're chemicals.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no shit. But he is on YouTube, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks, coffee and gaming.
Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.
Yes.
I was so hoping to do so. I was supposed to be off this morning today, and I wanted to do coffee and gaming so bad because it's been literally like 2 weeks since I streamed last, which is crazy. I didn't have the stream set up for last week, so nobody like Lape could if I'd had set the stream up, then Lape could have at least gone live and. We could have had y'all do a show or whatever, but I didn't even have time to do that. So
it's okay.
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks, man. I'm fiending for some streaming. So tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. and maybe even a little earlier if I wake up and feel like it.
All right.
So,
Fortnite's got a Mad Max style thing going on right now. Funny enough, it's kind of funny.
I am so sick of Fortnite. Fortnite's appearing in everything. Fortnite's appearing.
I've never got. I think I played it. I think I played Fortnite one time, and I was just like, "This ain't for me." I've never been good at Call of Duty.
I played it for the Star Wars event because I am such a damn sucker, and I busted out some content from it, some hilarious content, and ever since then, all I've been playing is Killer Clowns from Outer Space and a few and the Mega Man collection.
They turned it into a Mad Max world. It's pretty fun because you got the cars and the guns and the Rams and the hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've even finished second place, and trust me, it ain't from shooting people. I've been running these motherfuckers over.
I've been playing. We were playing Mad Max, and it's a fun game, but I think I'm ready to
raged so unbelievably hard.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is,
he was like ready to break his controller. Like you could just see it like on his face.
He hit the B brain, you know that.
Dude, that morning, that morning, right after we got off of here, I used the bathroom, I got some coffee, I thought about it, and then I went back and sat down.
Yeah, he realized.
And I googled what I was doing wrong, and I know exactly what had happened. I just jumped in and started playing the game and was just like, oh, yeah, whatever. What I should have done was go back into my garage and take off all the armor of my car, and it would have made it so much faster.
Yeah. Also, the armor has got the inertia, so you wouldn't slide out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was heavy.
That would make me rage even harder. Be like, God damn.
One too many donuts.
Yeah, my car was too heavy, so I took all that off and I beat the dude the first try. And then I was like, I should stop this now, so that way, like when I go back live, we can
That's where you edit it. You're like, oh, none of that happened. See, I beat it right away, right from the get go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he couldn't because it had saved at the end.
No, well, when I got it back, when I got back on it, it was like right where I left off. So I was like, all right, cool, good deal.
Nice.
I was pissed.
Good.
But all right, guys, hang out with us tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. right here on the men's room. I'm gonna head on to bed because I'm tired. And
I'm heading off with Etep Wokuian and Vinny Art. We will be playing Resident Evil 6. I put the link in the chat
tonight.
Yep.
Good deal.
Say hi because I'm off to go cook for my son. See you guys.
Yep. All right, guys. Yep. You guys take care. See you soon. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Scroll down and see everybody's links down below. And you can check out all the different channels. And see you tomorrow morning. Toodles.
I'm going to come.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Here's the right one.
His birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. President. I hope you do a lot of that tonight.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jimbo.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. You, Bill Gates.